What's up, traders? Okay, we're going to break down pound USD. Yeah, the bus did show up at the bus stop this morning, the New York session. The New York Open is where I look for that bus. And the bus came. I wasn't on it. Full disclosure, I was not on it. I was being extra cautious. I did take a trade in GU, and I'll go over that real briefly. I didn't maximize the trade. Okay, let's go. First, we're going to go to the replay tool. And we're going to take away, what is that, 9 o'clock? Yeah, we're going to take away that 9 o'clock. Why does it do that? All right, so what do we have? We have the 4 hour. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to that 4 hour, the higher time frames, and you want to establish the high and the low. The ceiling and the floor, the order blocks that surround price, the one that it came from, and the one that it's likely to go. It's likely to go to, where you see the most potential for a reversal. All right. Now, if you saw my weekly forecast video, you'll see that I had this setup going for pound USD for cable, and this establishes the nearest bearish order block, all right, above price, and this daily, which has a 5 hour embedded in it, all right, price found this order block here for a reversal, okay, and so far we are in the middle of this range, of this trading range. You'll see that this is a bearish leg of structure here, where price has broken a structural point, a low, on the way down. And when you break structure on the way down, what do we expect? We expect price to give a return to impulse. And this order block up here is where I believe that impulse originates. See how price impulse from here past the break, past that structural point here, and we're looking at price retracing right now. And as long as price does not break the high of this order block, this daily order block, we are maintaining bearish momentum. And this can very well be, if I can find it, this could very well be the lower high. And then we can see a lower low follow that. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. All right. I'm looking for price to come on up here. Now, I want to refine this order block some, because this is the 4 hour. All right, this is a daily order block here, but there's a 4 hour inside. Let me get to it. I'll do this first. Boom. Right. This is the daily, and we'll mark that. I'm going to make this video shorter than the EU. I'm making sure of it. All right. And what I want to see is price come up to that bearish order block in there. Okay. All right. And this is a 4 hour order block. All right. I'm going to use the whole candle. There you go. And there's a 4. Okay. So I'm thinking price is going to come up here. Now, also, let's make note that we have missing price here. This is smooth traffic, people. There's hardly anything to turn price around in this leg. Okay. So as price cleans up or resolves that missing price, so far we've gotten this far with current prices. You know, we got a little bit more to go. This is what motivates price to go up. And we also know that price likes to go from bullish order blocks to bearish order blocks, from demand zones to supply zones. Got it? Now, we have that set up. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Let's go down to 15. What do we see? Anything? We need to make note of, matter of fact, let's go to the 30-minute, we need to make note of order blocks here. So because these might be order blocks that might get a visit. Okay. All right. So price impulse, we see that we had a break of structure here to the upside. What does that usually mean? It usually means price is going to retest the impulsing order block, a return to impulse. And this is the impulse. This is the order block before the break of that structure there. And price did come back, went higher. We broke that, broke a new high, the most recent high. Again, returned to impulse here, and we made equal highs. All right. Price then came back, retested that same order block down here. All right, the original impulsing order block, and we made waves up here, making another order block here. This is something that I want to bear in mind as well. Okay. Let's do it like this. Right. And can I get some? I don't understand why that's up there like that. All right. All right. And I'll do it this way. Bullish. Okay. All right. So this is on the 30-minute. We got a 30-minute down here. We got a 30-minute up here where it made the top. What we want to recognize is that price is making bullish order blocks and respecting them along the way. We have bullish order flow, and we still have an imbalance to resolve on the way up. All right. So that's good. That's good stuff. We know we have a bias. All right. We see that we've broken the previous daily high here, retested it, and it's highly likely as price made a bullish engulfer here, that price is going to continue higher. All right, let's go down to the 5-minute, and then we'll turn on the session break so we can see the New York session come in. Okay, and we went a little too far ahead here. All right, let's move this imbalance. We know it's coming. All right. So we got a bunch of places here where price continues to make stair steps up, making bullish order blocks along the way and respecting them and continuing higher. So we should be looking for nothing but buys, right? If price does come back down to this order block, I would consider a buy here because this is a 5-minute order block. I prefer higher time frame order blocks like this 15 on top of this 30-minute. I would like to see price come down here, and I would love to take a buy order here. A 5-minute one, there's some like I told you before, when you see these long wicks like that, you can say, hey man, there's some demand there. There's some demand there, so this might be stronger than we think. But we look for order blocks that have accomplished something. This one has a very nice impulse coming from it. Okay, so if price comes back here, it's highly likely that we're going to get a nice reaction. You understand? That's the way you want to judge them. All right. Now, on this 10-minute one, there's an order block here that broke that high, had a break of structure here. So if it comes down to here, hey, we're gonna look at that as well. It's a 30-minute order block, but we can refine it to the 10-minute order block down here. And the price does come down here, all right, because it had a break of structure here, and it looks like it tried to return to impulse. It looks like it tried to return to impulse and didn't really get all the way down there. But when you see 3 bearish candles in a row like this in this fashion, that's your whole order block. Just know that for certain. Okay. So we're going to use this full 30-minute order block. This is where price did come back to retest the impulse and continue higher. So this is one to watch down here. Not so much this 5-minute, but I'll keep it on the radar anyway. So we're going down to the 1-minute. All right, and we're going to watch price now. This was the opening 8 o'clock EST opening New York candle. And it was a bearish one. All right. We had a bearish order block here. and look, a bullish order block here, and it looks like we are maintaining that bullish order block, and we look like we are still maintaining bullish order flow. Okay, we have a 1 minute order block here. All right, and we have a stronger 5 minute right under it. So I want to see, are we going to see signs of price transitioning from bullish to bearish, or are we going to just see a retest and maybe a continuation pattern? That's what I'm looking for, a continuation with the bullish momentum. Let's go to the next candles. All right, what do we see? Are we maintaining? Are we breaking highs? That looks like a break of a high. And I'm going to make note of it. Why? Short-term highs or breaks of structure. If we get two short-term highs broken, that's like a regular break of structure, where you're looking in both situations for a return to impulse. So if we go higher and price comes back, I'm going to be looking to take a buy somewhere on one of these order blocks, whichever one it comes back to. All right, if it's this one because it impulse price passed, then that'd be very convenient. Okay, it's now 8:08, and we are meandering past this order block. This isn't a very strong impulse in my estimation. So I want to check the other time frame. I'm going to the 3 minute. I'm saying, okay, we still have a bullish order block, a bullish engulfer being maintained. Maybe we get a test of it, and maybe price continues higher. You know, this is what you want to watch for. All right, here, this is the retest of that slightly higher time frame, retest of that bullish order block on the 3 minute. All right, right on time. But do I want to take that? Is that the one I want to take? It's 8:08. Is this the one I want to take? I'm going to leave that alone because this is kind of choppy looking, and I'm looking at it on the 1 minute, and that might be a good enough trade and everything, but I noticed that it didn't break no highs. This was the peak. So you know, the impulse is not, the push isn't there for me. All right, we're pushing up now. Look at that. All right, did I just blow it? Did I just blow a good entry? I don't know, because that's a lot of rejection coming there. That's a lot of exhaustion. Ooh. Now things have gotten very interesting. We have returned to this chop. All right. Now, we can look at this in a number of different ways. What I'm looking for is price transitioning from bullish momentum to bearish momentum. I'm looking for the same high, higher, low. That's what I'm looking for, this transition. Do I see it happening? Now, if you look hard enough each time, you'll see what you want to see. Okay, you just got to be careful with that. All right, I got a peak here. We do have a break of structure here, and this could be returning to impulse. Now, what do we consider the impulse? Well, I like the fact that there is a 3 minute order block here. All right, we are deep in that order block. I would like to see price transition inside here on the 1 minute to continue higher. If it breaks past this, then I'm going to be looking here at this order block. All right, and this would be my entry right there. All right, because really this is a 3 minute order block inside of a 5 minute order block. So I would prefer it if it came down here so I can get better risk to reward going up, because this is a counter trend trade, and I don't really want to take a counter trend trade just yet. I'm not sure if that's what this setup is. So we got to look further, and we're going to look on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, but that is a very aggressive looking candle. All right, now look at there. Are we responding to this order block in here. Ah, very good. Very interesting. Let's see what that looks like on the 3-minute. I'm not gonna turn heaven and earth just yet for that one. I'm not gonna buy there. And we continue down. Looks like we might be heading downtown to this order block down here. And I'm gonna wait at the 3, and I'm gonna, oh, hey, we did make it down there, didn't we? All right, I'm looking for price to transition, and I'm gonna look for that transition on the 1. And what am I looking for? Excuse me. I'm looking for this 1, 2, 3. Low, lower, higher. Got it? A quasi or an inverted head and shoulders. All right, so I'm looking for a price to start to transition here. And we'll see. Are we going to break these lows? Because this would tell me if price broke this low, it would tell me that if it came down here, I'll be looking for price to come back up here to test. You see, we got 3 in a row here. I'm looking for I would be thinking of a short, taking a short here and taking it down to this order block. I would. Yeah, I would. Because we would have this, we would have that. That'd be very interesting. I'm got a whole bunch of these things running through my head, these scenarios. So let's make a note of that order block up there. Let me see what it looks like on the 5-minute. Okay. All right. What I'm looking at is the head up here. Okay. That's a pretty big order block, and I don't want to mess around with that, but a stop loss in that thing. Okay. That's on the 5-minute. Do we have a smaller one on the 2? All right. Very interested. All right. And I'll go to the 3. All right. That makes sense that it would be there. All right. I would like this thing to come all the way down. I think I might have missed. I may have missed. No, I didn't miss anything. I'm looking for it to come back for that retest. That's it. That's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a retest, and I'll take a short. I will take a short, but it has to break these lows. Those lows are now broken. All right. So I'm now looking for a short. All right. Let's just make sure you understand. We got this, this, and then if I see this, that'll give me my transition, and I'll get out. If it comes all the way down here to this, to the order block in this head, I'll get that. This will be my TP. Do you understand? If I take a short, because this is a counter trend trade, you can't play around with it. All right. But I'm looking for a long. I'm looking for a price to transition down here. That's going to be the trade. But I will take a short. Once it breaks these lows, then this trade becomes a good trade. If this is a return to impulse, and you can take that down. Trade. It's a good short, in my opinion. Okay, now let's go to the 1. I don't know how I got lost there. All right, I just wanted to get rid of this. All right, here we go. Now we have a bullish engulfer. Price is on its way back up to return to impulse. Now, is there somebody in the house saying, shouldn't you take a long here? Because it might go past. It might be a continuation of the bullish order flow. All right, and here is a great order block to enter off of. All right, well, this one is no good anymore. So, I can understand your voices. I can understand your voices, but you know, I have to see the transition. I have to see this transition first. All right. When you see a leg like this, you can easily take your fib out. Sorry. You can take your fib out and you want to measure, and you want to make sure it comes past the 50% mark, because you don't want to mess with anything in that 50% area. 38, 27% pullbacks. You don't want anything to do with those. That's for retailers. Here is your premium price. If price comes up here, you take your short. All right. But you got to make sure when you get that leg, it's broken structure. It has to break structure in order for you to even get on your radar. Okay. So let's go. Going up, elevator up. Now, is that the retest? Is that where we're supposed to take our trade? That's below the 50% mark, so I'm not taking it. Now you're talking 618. I went a couple of clicks too fast. Yeah, my apologies. All right, but this is on the 1 minute. Can't mess around. So I would have took my trade here. I would have took a trade here. And where would you have put your stop loss? What the proper place to put your stop loss is above the order block in which you entered. That will give you a 5.4 pip stop loss. Me, I'm a little aggressive. I go up to the halfway mark, a little bit above the halfway mark of the length of the order block. All right. I don't like 5 when it's past 5 pips. All right. 3 I like. 3 and lower, that's better. You know what I mean? I'll go to 4, but I want to make sure that I think it's going to be safe. It's not going to tap out, because this is your validation point, invalidation point. If price goes past that, I don't want anything to do with the trade anyway. I'm out of it. I'll take the loss, no problem. All right, but I will take this short, and I will take it down to this order block here. And that'll give me 2.25 pips. I don't want 2.25 pips. I want 3 R trades at the very least. I want at least 3 R. This is 313. That's driving me crazy. I ain't gonna worry about it. All right. I want at least 3 R trades. So I'm looking for price to continue lower. I don't like this structure here. This structure impedes price to reach the ultimate goal, because that becomes a hurdle. It's a speed bump, and it has the potential to turn price around. But I'll keep an eye on it. All right. Once I get past 2 R, I'm already taking out my initial risk, and at 3 R, that's when I take out 80% and leave the 20% runner if I believe it's going to run. Otherwise, I'll just take the whole 3% and I'll just run with that. Here we go. This is a great candle. It comes in flat, no wick. Lets me know that there's a high probability that price will continue lower. Look at that. Look at that. And I would have left. I would have got out. You know, I ain't want to front. I would have got out. I wouldn't have got this 4. I would have got 3. I would have got 3, and because I would have just took it to this order block here. But this would have been a great trade. Would have been a great trade. But this ain't the trade, because this is counter trend. Understand, in the big scheme of things, this is what I want you to keep in mind. In the big scheme of things, in the higher time frames, this is a retracement. This is a retracement. So it's going to come to an end. Any counter trend trade is going to be short-lived. So you don't want to mess around with it. Get in, get out. Right? There's room to get it, but counter trend trades are higher risk. All right. We want the long. We want to catch the rest of the way up. We want that long trade. So I'm sitting for it. Do you understand that? I am sitting for it. All right. So I managed to get that one trade out. And remember what I was telling you? I missed my bus this morning. All right. I got some of this trade. I got out a little early. You know, full disclosure, I got out a little early. I didn't get the full 3, but I got most of it. Anyway, that's beside the point. All right, because I was being extra careful today. You know, don't mind me. Anyway, so we got that. We're down here to this 5-minute order block. Now I'm looking for price to transition. Again, what am I looking for? Low, lower, higher. That's what I'm looking for. All right. And I'm not looking for an inverted head and shoulders that's nice and perfect with symmetrical neckline and all that good stuff. The quasi gives it to you that way, head, shoulder, and stuff. But sometimes it's going to be this. All right. But the whole point is the points. Okay. All right. So here we are. Wish I could stop doing it. Come on, man. All right. So what time is it now? 8:32. Still early, man. Still early in the game. All right. So there's a chance that price is going to continue down lower. It may go as far as this though. All right. It may go as far as this this little turn here because there's an impulse that takes past these highs. So this looks like it might be pretty strong. You know, I'm going to put price down here. I'm going to put this order block down here. We're still in this order block, but I'm thinking that we might get a turn there. Maybe, because you see how it responded here. This is my process, folks. Look at that. Look at that. I should have took that the whole thing. I would have had like 4.5 hours. All right, but what am I noticing? We got a point here. We got a point here. Is price transitioning? That's the question that's going through my head. Oh, if we break this high, break this low, then I'm going to be looking for another return to impulse. I'm already thinking that there's incentive for price to go on up anyway to test that that impulsing order block. Okay, because we broke these short-term highs. Short-term lows. So I'm looking for that return to impulse. It could happen here. All right. So I have an idea in my mind that price may transition here. Boom, boom. All right. I'm looking for the hit here. Are we going to make a bullish order block somewhere over here? And this price going to come back and test it. That's what I'm looking for. This is going to be my long trade that I've been waiting on. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's not a bad sign. And we're moving. Now I'm hoping that price comes back and gives me what I need here. Now we got 3. Let me see if I can see it. There's an order block right there. Okay. You see the way I said that? Oh yeah, there's an order block. All right. So I'm looking for this order block here. All right. This is on the 3-minute. That's a 3-minute order block. I'll put it in there. All right, so I'm going back to the 1. You see how I'm switching between the order time frames and all? Okay. All right, so I'm looking for price to come back and test this order block. That's going to be my entry. And that'll give me my quasi. You understand? Easy enough. Once you get used to using the strategy, you'll look for it. You'll see it even when you're not looking for it. Okay. Let's see what we got. Ooh, we're going higher, but that is a doji. There's a lot of exhaustion in that candle. Are we coming back? God dog it. I was hoping it would come back and get me, man. But we're still below that low. All right. We didn't break that low. Now, if this lower high. Now, if price breaks this high without breaking that high, we're coming back for a return to impulse. And this would be the impulsing order block down here. I'm looking for this, and that'll give me my quasi, and life will be okay. I just hope I'm not setting myself up for heartache. Come on, man. Is it coming down? Not yet. We broke the high. We broke the high. Are we coming down now? Oh, wait. I went too fast. I'm sorry. I missed the dramatic moment. It finally came down here where the I'm gonna back this up. It's coming down. We had to be patient. We had to be patient. I said if it goes past that high, that means we got to return the impulse. This is the impulsing order block because this is the only one that surged price up. Okay. And we see that price gave us the transition. We see that price gave us this transition coming down. All right. Now I'm looking for the transition back up because I know price is trying to reach higher because there is imbalances. We went over this. There are imbalance. There's an imbalance up higher. There's a higher. Sorry, I'm going it. There's a higher order block here. There's a daily, and there's another 4-hour embedded in that. We know that price already had this long impulse down here, and we're looking for that retracement. We need that lower high to be made. That lower high is going to be made in this area. God, what am I doing? We know that lower high is going to be made in this area for price to go lower. All right, this is a return to impulse, and we're looking for that. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Got it? Always got to keep the bigger time frames in mind. That'll give you your bias and you'll never be lost. Only time you'll get lost is when you try to get slick, catching counter trend trades like I did. All right, so 1 minute. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? All right, we're on the 1 minute. We're back to the 1 minute, and price is coming back to Papa. All right, coming back to Papa. We're gonna have this. If I can get it right, that's wrong. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna have the my stop loss under the order block in which I enter. That gives me a 3.3 stop loss. And I am looking for price to hit this high. At the very least, we're going to hit that high. We're going to have a TP1 there, a TP2 there. Yeah, this looks like a legitimate trade. As long as price transitions here. I'm looking for that return to impulse. So that's my confidence. I'm going with the order flow. It's bullish. That thing dug in there, didn't it? That thing dug in there. All right, but we didn't pass that price point. That's my invalidation point. Once price passes that, that's the protected price point of this order block. Once price passes that, I'm not interested in any more shorts. Okay, we understand that prices transition from bullish momentum to bearish momentum if this price point is broken. And we are in this trade, and we are live. I need you to find some strength and go on up. Thank you very much. All right, we had a little back and forth going on there. Do you see how much I got here? 432. All right. Now, I could have easily have just said, I'll just stay in the trade until we reach the bearish order block. Normally, that's what I do. Why I didn't do it this time is because I'm doing a YouTube video and I forgot. But this would have been, this is where price is heading. We know it has to get this this inefficiency cleaned up, right? We have to mitigate this inefficiency. We're already looking for a lower high. So we know this is the direction. That's why we would pick that TP. All right. And we would just let it go. Bada-boo-boo. Right? Now, again, full disclosure, wow, came all the way back. I didn't know it was going to do all of that mess. It's still going. Dang, I didn't think it was this, we were this late. But anyway, you see the power of the order block and knowing what the flow of the orders are. All right. Look at what it did. I want to point this out. This is classic stuff. Look at the order block. I mean, look at the inefficiency. What did I tell you about this inefficiency? All right. Oh, well, it doesn't show it here on the 4 hour, but you know that price is going to get to that inefficiency. And if we go down to the 15, you can see how it's reaching up, retraced, and it's coming up. We're going to break this high on the next pulse up. Okay, that's highly likely. And I just like the fact that the inefficiency was knocked out. It is something that you can point to and say, okay, well, price is going to take care of that inefficiency as it's going on its way up. All right. But I also want to point out this trade went 13R. That's 1 to 13. All right. You would definitely have taken profits before then. I know I would have. All right. But once I passed 3R, I like to leave a 20%. I'd like to take 80% out and leave a percentage in, like 20%. Or if I know there's no traffic to the left, and I always look left on the higher time frames. If I know that there's little traffic on the way up there, I'm just going to leave most of it in. I might just take 50% of it out, but I'm going to take some partials. All right. Look at this imbalance. Look at this inefficient price movement. This has to be mitigated, and we're already halfway up already to do it. This is smooth traffic. So I see nothing but upside to this trade. That's why it went 13R. You understand? All right. And this, you understand, you notice that it did not violate that doggone price point. It did not violate this 3-minute order block. It came back all the way back, and it did not go past that 3-minute order block. It's pretty strong, a pretty resilient order block. All right. But also there's a 5-minute one under it here. So, there's that. You know what I mean? What is we on, the 3-minute order, 3-minute time frame? Yeah. Okay. So, let's not get it too twisted up. There's a 5-minute order block here that price came back, touched it here, and we're on our way back up. This would have been, you could have got a second entry right in here. That would have been a great second entry, my fine feathered friends. This would have been a great second entry if you stayed and got caught out there with a break even. This would have been a great re-entry. Look at this. This is another order block. This is a 5-minute order block. Why is it significant? Because we see that price broke these highs. It's not very straight. Broke these highs. And we know that we're going to be looking for a return to impulse, aren't we? Aren't we? This is a 2-candle pullback. Lower low, lower high. All right. We broke this high. That's a break of structure. We came back for the break of structure, and this is where you could have had your pending, and you're looking up again. Make sure your stop loss is below the order block in which you're entering. That would have gave you a 7.6. That's a lot for me, you know what I mean? But I might have chopped this. I might have turned this one in half, to be honest with you. All right, I might have turned this, chopped this one in half, and let it go. And look at that. It's on its way. We broke this high. Look for a return to impulse after this, because that's a structural high. 2 candle pullbacks, right? At least a 2 candle pullback. So look for price to come on back. Actually, we had this return here, so we're looking for another one here, and it'll probably be up here somewhere. All right. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you got something, because what I want you to do, what I would like us to have, what I want to happen is that we all catch these buses at the same time. New York open, this is where the volume comes in. You look for your setup. You make sure you understand what London is telling you that New York is going to do, okay? And you get your, you look at your window between the open candle at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 9 o'clock. You look at within that hour. I try to get it before 45 minutes. Sometimes I go to an hour, but after that I stop looking. Okay, that's your bus stop. That's your it's good to go for pound USD and Euro USD, and you can find it in Aussie USD and New Zealand dollar USD as well. You can find it in USD CAD and USD JPY. Just do the back testing. Look at the New York Open, and you can find it. You can find the same kind of setups in every open. I'm letting you know that for London Open, for Asia Open. All right, but New York is convenient for me. And you know, with the New York Stock Exchange and the US banks, everybody opens up around that time. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Check out my weekly forecast video on your screen now, and I will see you later.